Hello everyone, so I'm all caught up with my Scrawlr boxes from the summer. However, today I just received the August Scrawlr box. So let's open this, and I'm hoping for good supplies this time. Actual art supplies and some good quality maybe, that would be cool. Let's see what we have in here. Piece of lemony candy. A kneaded eraser. Oh, is it a kneaded? Yeah, it is a kneaded eraser. I'll put it in my stash of kneaded eraser because I've got a bunch of them. And since they last forever, then I'm not going to use it for a while. Ooh, this is a beautiful watercolor. I hope it actually means that we're going to have watercolor stuff. It's a beautiful portrait. I really like that, and it's done by Milky Rat. And Milky Rat is from, I'm not quite sure. Anyway, that's a beautiful painting. Got watercolor paper. It's a good sign. It's hot press. It's very smooth. And ooh, look at this. But I don't think there's anything else in there, but oh my gosh. Look at the, oh my gosh. Look at this. It's the Inktense Derwent palette. Now that's very interesting because I was considering buying one, and I thought it was a bit expensive for what it was. So I actually made one myself. I'll show you. So actually I do have a video that shows how I made it, and I'll link it up here. And I just took a bunch of Inktense sticks and I cut them and I put them in half pans and put them in my palette. That's about it. So now I have two. And if I don't like this, I can always remove the Inktense block and use the palette as a regular watercolor palette. Making a mess here. I just want to see how they're made. If you can remove every single pan or not. You can. Look at this. So you could actually, oh yeah, you can just push it off. That's really cool. I like the way that's done. I just should put these back, I guess. I think I get them right. So anyway, it kind of looks like a little koi palette, and it has a, it doesn't say what brand this is, but it looks like a koi brush. So I don't know if, and it could be, Derwent makes some water brushes, so. And wait, there should be a Faber-Castell Graphite Aquarelle #2 pencil, but I do not have this here. I do not have a pencil in it. Bummer. Let's see. Get the paper, the kneaded eraser, the Pant set, but I do not have the pencil. Oh no! No. Oh well. Maybe I can send an email to Scrawlrbox and see if they can send me one or something. Anyway, so let's see what we can do with this month. When I was getting the brush ready, I noticed that the tip was a little wiggly where the bristles are. But it didn't affect the usage of the brush, it works just fine. So it does look like I hadn't put the pens back at the right place after all. So after I was done with my swatches, I wanted to compare the colors with my other chart because it looked like some of the colors didn't sound familiar to me. So I do have the box of 72 Inktense blocks, and I noticed that besides the sun yellow, the poppy red, the bright blue, and the ink black, all the other colors are new. They're not in the full set. So I'm actually really happy, even though I made myself a small palette. I'm very happy that I do have this set now because I get 8 more colors in this set that I didn't have before. And they're actually pretty nice. I really like the racing green and the dark plum. They came up with a mid ultramarine. They did not have an ultramarine in the full set, which is an improvement. They do not say anything about light fastness, but the description here says that they are very light fast. Most of them are, according to the Derwent website. So I'm really happy. I love the colors. They're really nice and bright. The paper seems pretty nice, although I'm kind of wondering how well I'll do because it's really smooth and I usually use cold press. The brush is pretty cool, I think. The flow of water is really nice. I do not know what brand it is. I'm guessing it is a Derwent because it's in their set. I've never seen a small travel Derwent water brush before. So, and then because I haven't heard from Scrawlrbox yet about the Faber-Castell Graphite Aquarelle pencil, that's a 2B that was not in my box, I'm going to use the Staedtler Mars Lumograph, which is aquarelle as well, water soluble. This one is a 4B and it came in a previous Art Snacks box. Haven't tried this yet. I'm wondering because they last a long time and I already have one. It's not this brand, it's whatever brand this is. I don't know. I don't know if I should open it and get it all dirty or just use another one and save this for when this needs to go to the trash. So I'm going to start sketching and see what I come up with. I really love all those colors, so it's going to be fun to use this. Just a quick correction before I get started. The teal green was also in the original set. So there are 5 colors that are in the original set, which still makes this a good palette because I still have 7 new colors in it. Anyway, just wanted to let you know that. The Scrawler challenge for August is False Prayer, which didn't really inspire me. So at first I thought I was gonna copy the print, which I really liked. And then I thought about maybe painting a Buddha or a Hindu goddess. But then I remembered a funny little story that happened a few years ago. I was taking a walk around the neighborhood with my daughter. We walked by a house that had quite a few religious statues in the front yard. And for a second, my daughter thought she had seen one of Jesus holding a cell phone. So we laughed a lot when we realized that it was not the case, but it kind of stayed with us. So I thought I'd paint something like that. And when I was looking for reference pictures, I didn't quite find what I was looking for, but then I saw the picture of this particular statue with baby Jesus in Mary's arms. And he was just holding such a pose that I thought it would be great to put a cell phone in his hands. And frankly, I'm wondering if Jesus was born nowadays, he probably would be using a cell phone, because it's just ridiculous how little kids start using cell phones so early. Kind of drives me crazy, but anyway. So now you know the why behind this little sketch. As I had thought, I struggled a bit with the paper because it's so smooth, and I'm really not used to using smooth paper like that with watercolors or with water-soluble media. But I must say, it seems like a really good paper. It's 50% cotton. It resisted a lot of washes, and I kind of liked it. It almost makes me want to try to use hot press paper a bit more often. I thought the brush worked well. I always find it a bit awkward to use such a short brush, but it could have been worse. I've used some travel brushes that were a bit shorter, and I really just couldn't use them. So this isn't too bad. I wish it had come with a cover, because there's nothing to protect the bristles while transporting the brush in the palette. Plus, the cover could have been put at the end of the brush, make it a longer barrel, and make it easier to use, in my opinion. And now for the Derwent Inktense Pant set. When I first looked it up a few months ago, it seemed a bit expensive to me. I think the prices have gone down, and really they're not that bad. I think they're about $26 or so. But I remember thinking then that if you buy a set of full sticks, Inktense sticks or blocks, you get more colors, and you get essentially a way bigger pan for about the same price. So that's why I thought this was expensive. However, having them in a pan format is very practical, because you can take them with you anywhere you want, and it comes with a brush, and it comes with some mixing wells. So I'd say for the convenience, it's well worth it. But price-wise, I still think that if you want to try the Inktense blocks, you would get a lot more for your money if you bought the block set rather than the pan set. Now, I was very happy to have an extra 7 colors that aren't in the original 72 set, which is really cool, because I don't even know if these are actually available open stock. The bottom line is, I was gonna buy it, but my better judgment said no, you already have the full set of 72 blocks. But I thought the travel size pack would be awesome, and that's why I made one myself. But now that I have this set, thanks to Scrawlrbox, I'm quite happy that I do have it, because of the extra colors that I do not have in the set. Now, talking about the Inktense blocks, they're really nice. They're very vibrant. They are not watercolors. They are water-soluble inks. That's something that needs to be clear. A lot of people say they're watercolor inks. They are not. They're just inks that are water-soluble. That's all. That brings me to talk about the theme, which is watercolor wherever. And I understand that it's a travel palette, which kind of would fit with the theme. However, the artist does watercolors and gives watercolor tips in the back of the print. But they don't necessarily apply to Inktense blocks, because they are not watercolors. They are not rewettable. When they dry for good, and you can apply more layers, and the layers at the bottom will not move. So that's something you need to be aware of when you use Inktense. That's it for today. I hope you liked my little twist on the challenge. Thank you all very much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.